masters. Pink Floyd, Rick Wright, just masters. Now, actually, Rick Wright talks about this chord in one of the Floyd's documentaries being a jazz chord, that he just loved the sound and he heard it on a Miles Davis record. So here you have a very unusual voicing for a rock ballad. And then you have something that in music terminology would be a chromaticism, going back to what's actually a very simple but very complex rock tune, because simplicity is the highest form of complexity. And that goes to show, well, how would Pink Floyd be labeled today? I mean, talking about genres again, right? I mean, you go on iTunes, and I love iTunes and everything, but if you go rock, okay, you've got 200 kinds of rock. You go electronica, you've got smart electronica, you've got this techno house and this and that. I'm ready for the dumb electronica to show up. I don't know. I mean, you got 200 types of subgenres everywhere. And the fact is, a band like Pink Floyd today, people go, well, what is this? New Age? Is it space rock? Is it alternative? How about like having people like Miles or Pat Metheny or Ella Fitzgerald or Oscar Peterson or Keith Chick Corea, everybody doing different things? Jazz. Oh, that's good enough, okay? Floyd, Ozzy, Stones, rock. Oh, that's cool. Got blues, I mean, sure, I mean, you can't get away with genres altogether, but guys, let's face it, it's getting out of control, okay? So I just wanted to remind again that this is a very universal thing, and I'm starting with Pink Floyd because a lot of that music may have been written on the piano, but it's very, very symphonic in texture. And great bands like The Who or Pink Floyd or Queen and so many other classic rock bands, they would really think symphonically. So I'd like to share with you maybe one or two examples of the piano being a fantastic platform to write music, in general. I personally, when I write symphonic music, I don't always use the piano, but I would like to give you an example of what a certain texture or musical segment would sound played on the piano, and then versus what it sounds like when it's orchestrated and played by a whole symphony orchestra, okay? So this is one texture right here. And that's how it sounds like with the orchestra. And then you guys play the orchestral excerpt, okay? Another example. This is the end of a very big piece called Amazonia. It's an ecology protest against the destruction of the rainforest. The very dissonant chords represent the destruction of the forest, and the one that comes from underneath is the persistence of nature, and the texture doesn't get resolved, so we don't know who's going to win the battle, whether the forest will be preserved or destroyed. But that's what it would sound like if I played this at the piano.